Narcissistic abuse can have an effect on all of your relationships, and I'm not just talking about the enablers that you come across or the mutual friends that you share with the narcissist. I'm talking about the relationships that you've had all of your life. People who have always been your friends, maybe certain family members, maybe church pastors, people you grew up with who you always felt connected to and always talked with. Now suddenly, because of the narcissistic abuse, it seems like they're not believing you, not listening to you, turning their back on you, and it leaves you in this deep place of despair. What's really going on with these relationships? Let's explore this together. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Before I continue, I want to let you know that I'm here for your support. Down in the description box, you'll find access to one-on-one appointments, FaceTime, it's all available. And in addition to that, I do have a 5-week program where I walk with you hand in hand every day for 5 weeks straight, taking you from a place of confusion and pain into healing and beyond. If this is something that sounds interesting to you, please check it out down below, and I'd love to answer any questions that you have. Now, we're talking about how to understand and process the changes that you're experiencing with a lot of relationships because of narcissistic abuse. The people who you once thought were there for you, now suddenly they don't believe you. Now suddenly they're not there for you. Now suddenly they don't know how to talk with you, and you don't know how to talk with them. And this can cause you to feel very alone. So not only are you dealing with the pain because of the narcissist who seems to be jumping around from relationship to relationship, living their best fantastic life, here you are, you can't even have a conversation with people who you always thought were friends, people you always looked up to. What's going on? The reality of the situation is this: you are finally, because of your awakening experience, which is what happens because of narcissistic abuse, it's a transformational phase. It's like the blinders fall off of your eyes. You see the world in a brand new way. You see people in a brand new way. You see relationships in a brand new way. And therefore, when you look at your friends, your pastors, the people you grew up with, you are now suddenly exposed to the limitations of that relationship. What do I mean by the limitations? Well, you are now seeing what that relationship is and what it is not. What that relationship was all about and what it's not about. You're finally seeing the depth of that relationship and the only way in which you're even able to have a relationship and connect with those people. And some of you might be saying, Kevin, I get what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense because these people, I always talk to them. This person knows everything about me. This pastor that was our family pastor, and I shared with them everything I was going through all my life, and they always understood, but this, they don't understand. Well, that's because with this comes a brand new understanding. With narcissistic abuse comes a whole new world of transformation. We're not talking about the little things you go through in junior high. You know, you kiss a guy for the first time or you kiss a girl for the first time and now you got to feel like you got to tell somebody about it. Oh, I messed up. Let's talk. I was bullied at school. Let's talk. No. This is deeper. This is much deeper. You've been touched by this evil of narcissism, narcissistic abuse. And like I said before, now your eyes are open to the reality of the horrors of this world that we live in. How do you process that? Now you're looking at extreme sides: good, evil, black, white, wrong, right. What's wrong? What's right? Who's lying? Who's not? Who are you? Who is anybody in this world? Some deep stuff. And when you try to press that into an old relationship that was based on helping you out because you kissed a person for the first time, well, now this is a whole new level. And of course, they're going to look at you like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know how to be there for you right now. Especially because we live in a world in which a lot of the stuff that you're feeling through your transformational phase, meaning feeling like this is wrong, the way we're doing things is wrong. I'm going to be honest with you, it sucks to be a pastor right now. The reason it sucks to be a pastor right now, especially in non-denom Christian churches, is because they're going to run smack up against this. They're going to see how their love everybody message has failed miserably, and how they've grossly taken the word of God out of context. And they've used what Jesus said about loving everybody to lead their congregation to slaughter. The way I describe this is the way I see churches operate a lot of ways now is that the church leaders in these big churches say, go out and love everybody. Go out and love that mean, cruel person that you were dealing with. Love them. What they were really saying is go get your ass kicked. And then come back. And I'll fill you with a good positive message about love. And then go get your ass kicked. And then come back. And I'll fill you with the message of love, because I know life is hard, and go out and get your ass kicked. And if you think about it, it creates a cycle of people just coming back and going out, getting beat up, coming back crying, going out, getting beat up, coming back crying. What a mess. That's not what Jesus was about. It's not what my Lord's about. I derailed the conversation there, didn't I? That's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm unashamed of that. The reality is going back to your relationships, you are developing a brand new worldview where everything is upside down. Nothing is what it seems. Relationships, parents, family. What is family? Huh? Like Jesus said, who is my brother? Who are my sisters? Who is my mother? And he pointed to his disciples. He said, these people are my mother. This is my sister. This is my brother. Don't bring me your cultural nonsense about what you think a mom and a dad is. Talking to somebody right now. Huh? It's all right. You can debate me down below. I know what Jesus said. It's heavy. And not everybody that you talk to is going to get it. Certainly not your old friends and your old pastors who were there for you when you had your first kiss and felt guilty about it. This is next level processing. This is life transformational stuff that they're not equipped. And so you got to be careful not to resent them and hate them because they can't be there for you, nor think that they don't love you or care for you. We've got to get you to this place where you understand that they care for you in the capacity that they can. What you're now seeing is the limitations of that relationship, which means you have to draw back and say, okay, you are not the people that I could take this to safely. So the next question is, well, where can I take this to safely? Well, I'm here, and there are plenty of others on YouTube that you can take it to safely as well. This is going to be a time in your life where you have to develop new relationships. This is a time in our life where we are called to really find the voice of our own, to recognize the voice of our own. And it's not going to look the way you thought it would look. It's not going to be the people who you thought it should be. Can you accept it? Can you? I want to be here for you. Before I leave, I want you to watch this video right here. This video is going to go into understanding the differences in humanity, the differences in relationships, help you to understand some of the ways in which you're going to see people and relationships now. Watch this video. And again, I'm here for your support. Down in the description box, you'll find access to one-on-one appointments. 5-week program is available where I walk with you hand in hand, taking you from chaos and confusion into healing and beyond. If this sounds good to you, check that out. And I'll be back with more videos for you right here on The Royal We.